Welcome to Living in the DMV Life from Van Metre Homes. I'm Ernie Kiger, and today we'll be talking with Stephan of Van Metre Design+Build. Our ever-expanding area means available land for newly constructed homes is quite scarce, especially if you're looking to be inside or close to the Beltway or the Metro. And the pandemic has also affected the housing market, mostly in the suburbs, as homeowners are now looking for new designs and features to update their homes for the new demands of life in Northern Virginia today. Hello, Stephan. Welcome to the program. Good to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks, Ernie.
For those who are not familiar with Van Metre Design+Build, you've been around for a few years now. You've accomplished quite a few things, but could you give us a rundown of the services that you offer?
Sure, absolutely. So there's really three main areas that we are involved with, which is custom homes built on your lot. We also offer remodeling services throughout the area, and we also have handyman services. And soon we will be launching what we're calling Handyman Express, which will be a subscription service for, just routine handyman items that people might have in their home, and they can look to Van Metre really for all of their solutions. So, we have all the bases covered.
Now, I would imagine those bases change a little bit. We have pre-pandemic, and now we're in the pandemic. And I guess my curiosity just wants me to ask, are we getting more requests for home studios, home offices? What about outdoor amenities, things like that, than we did before the pandemic?
Yeah, it's really across the board, and we've seen a tremendous uptick in activity since the COVID crisis. People are spending more time at home, as everyone knows, and, we're seeing them focus on areas that are really most important to them. So kitchen and bath upgrades would certainly be one area, increasing their interior spaces with additions. And as you mentioned, the outdoor living areas, I think, are very important. So we're seeing porches, decks, patios, and actually outdoor kitchens. So quite a few things going on. It's been amazing, really, to see the activity that's out there right now.
Have you seen anything unusual or surprising, among the requests you're getting?
I'd like to say we have, but actually it's been very much things that you would expect, not anything really out of the ordinary. Again, just looking at these spaces that are important, there is what they call a studio shed that we're seeing a little bit of interest in right now, where people can build a shed out in the backyard and have a home office or living space there. So that's a little bit different, I think, in this area. It may be going on in other areas throughout the country, but we're starting to see that as well. So that's a little different, I'd say.
It's funny you mentioned that, because there was a TV commercial a few years ago. I think it was for an insurance company. They introduced something called a she shed, which I suppose, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. And it's like a man cave for a lady, perhaps, that is an addition to the house.
Yeah, so I think you can have it. You can have both. You can have the she shed or the man cave. It can really be your choice. But there's some interesting things going on in that area. So I'm curious as to whether that will be a trend as the crisis, continues to unfold here.
In our area, and I assume I know in most other parts of the country, we've seen home equity rise significantly in recent years. I am just ask if you have any inclination. Are you seeing people tapping into the home equity to finance many of these projects that you're involved in?
Yes, we absolutely are seeing that. So people are doing refinances to make some of these modifications that we're talking about. We've got a number of additions that are taking place right now where people are doing that. And I think you will continue to see, with the interest rates being as low as they are, people will tap into the equity that they have available to make these enhancements.
It seems with land closer in the Washington, D.C. area, as it becomes harder and harder and harder to find to build on because it's scarce, because it's expensive, finding new construction inside the Beltway can be quite challenging. Do you see services like Design+Build becoming more prominent in the future? It seems to me the future is bright for this kind of thing.
I think the future is going to continue to be bright. I think it's bright now, and I think we'll continue to see people looking to live in mature neighborhoods throughout the DC area. The old real estate adage, location, location, location. I think that's always going to apply in our area. Once things return to normal in a post-COVID world, whatever that's going to be, we're still going to face significant traffic issues throughout the area. So I think close proximity to public transportation and living in walkable locations will always be desirable. And, that's where our Build on Your Lot program really comes into play. We're able to go into these older neighborhoods and build a new home. If there's an existing structure there, we can take it down. We can design a new home that fits the particular parcel, try to make it harmonious with the homes that are existing in the neighborhood already. And it's also an opportunity for us to remodel some of the older homes, which in fact we're doing quite extensively throughout the area now.
I mean, who knows, maybe even the office building will go out of style in the future, as we all can accomplish what we can at the office, we can do it at home.
Absolutely.
Making an addition, improvement to an older house must be really interesting. You mentioned some of the mature communities. Doggone it, you can go to Leesburg, where I am in Montgomery County, Alexandria, see houses that are 200 years old or older. If you're going to do a modification to a house like that, what kind of challenges are you facing? And I ask you to be honest when you answer this question. Were houses built 100 years ago better constructed than what we do today?
Well, as much as I like the architecture from the past, and I really do like to draw on that architecture because I think there's some great old homes out there that exist, I think the homes of today are actually better built. I mean, I think you take areas such as the foundations. You've got foundations that typically don't leak, and there's not as much settling as you would experience maybe on an older home. Certainly the insulation packages that we're putting into homes now, the houses are much tighter, they're energy efficient. And I think the overall engineering is better. And then you just have a variety of different systems that you can, call on today with your modern technology, whole house audio, control systems, the whole 9 yards. I just feel like the homes today are better. So that's my take on it. I think some people might think that the structures are built better on the older homes, but I think our building materials are better. They're less hazardous. If you think of the homes in the past, you have things such as asbestos that are in the homes, and there might be lead. We don't have any of those things today. So I'd say all in all, the homes being built now are very high quality.
Just to, in case we have inspired some people to take a look into improving the home they're in now, how would an interested party get in touch with Van Metre Design and Build?
Well, the easiest way is just to go directly to our website, which is vanmetredesignbuild.com, and get in touch with one of our online sales concierge, and they will take the information down that you're interested in, and then one of our team members will get back in touch with you directly to schedule a meeting.
Are there areas where you definitely will service, and maybe areas that are a little too far out that you are not available?
Yeah, we're serving a pretty wide base right now. I mean, we're involved in, obviously, Loudoun County, Fairfax County. We're doing work in Alexandria. We're available in Fauquier, Prince William. We are not in Maryland at this point in time, but those are the main areas, I think, right now where we're seeing the bulk of our activity. We have gone further out, and that's really on a case-by-case basis.
Well, I can tell you a lot of those homes that are currently standing and have been standing for many decades in and around the Beltway were built by Van Metre. And there may very well be a time.
Well, and I will say we do get a lot of calls from Van Metre customers, which is great business to have and great people to work with for sure.
Stephan, thank you so much for spending a little time with us. Hopefully we gave folks a valuable insight into the services that are available to them from Van Metre Design and Build.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ernie.